Let me tell you this story. Once upon a time, around the year 2017, a certain magnate known as Barrister, Chief, Engineer, Doctor, Reverend, Professor Osaigbovo Osemige, Esquire, AAD, AMCI, DDK, TM, reclines during the trip back from a clandestine conference. In all his near 7 decades of life, few events had filled him with such restless anticipation. These Europeans had come so far in their weapons and surveillance technology. Why, they could track anyone on the planet, eliminate dissidents with sound-based weaponry. They could eliminate with sound itself. This level of capability was damn near akin to magic. His eyes widened at the comparison. "We have juju," he whispers to himself with a chuckle. As though a bucket of iced water washed over him, our magnate feels the same sensation that had led him to his first millions all those decades ago. Could it be categorized, catalogued, differentiated, then applied to a variety of fields? For days, Magnate Osemige could think of nothing else, always drafting various approaches to this potential, mostly slowed by hesitation from wary researchers working on this taboo subject. By late 2017, he had secured enough hands, beginning execution of the project, Owore, securing vast acres of land and property across the country. Clandestine agents recruit over 100 self-proclaimed ritualists, while a heavy salary and binding non-disclosure agreements reassured hesitating scientists and researchers. Construction on the first testing sites were completed by early 2018, at which point the number of ritualists had been whittled down to 19, all of whom had truly demonstrated their capability in metaphysical manifestation and manipulation, confirmed by researchers through rigorous observation, testing, trials and error. By mid-2018, Magnate Osemige received reports that categorized all supernatural manifestations as either green type or red type, where green type drew exclusively from animal essence or plant life, red type relied entirely on the ritualistic sacrifice of living humans. Researchers further documented the confirmed existence of sentient entities bearing no scientific or physical form, beings possessing intelligence, knowledge, power and authority, willing to barter or contract themselves with abiding participants. Magnate Osemige would designate these the Osowa. By 2020, a logbook was compiled detailing various substances, minerals and materials needed to initiate a metaphysical phenomenon, either by summoning these Osowa to execute certain tasks, or greater still, to allow anyone, perform limited alteration of the physical world in small, localized supernatural phenomena. These non-scientific phenomena were dubbed Enwika. There were accidents, losses, deaths and curses, but there were also discoveries, advancements, innovations and production, culminating in the use and introduction of Luddites, a toxic metal when ingested, non-native to the African continent, yet capable of negating or greatly reducing the requirements needed to trigger green or red type Enwika. Luddite was the game changer, allowing Enwika researchers bypass lengthy preparation time and the use of highly specialized resources. A discovery that finally won over some of his most knowledgeable yet conservative Enwika researchers. For now, the story ends as Magnate Osemige manages the results from the clandestine use of the newly discovered Ugbosun, each completed product forged from the skull of a herding animal, dead by old age, engraved with researched Enwika runes, where pieces of laterites and Luddites are carved and encrusted into each eye socket. Any completed Ugbosun had the effects of increasing food crop production and maturity rate by 1000% around a 1 to 3 kilometer radius, generating produce at an explosive rate. Assured after extensive testing of the absolute harmlessness of foods grown this way, Magnate Osenige allows these cheap foods to be distributed across rural areas, dramatically reducing costs of foodstuffs for a rising percent of the population.